This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello, and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Today in the arena, we are diving into some historic gameplay in kind of a bonus video here. And this is Death's Shadow, Rakdos Death's Shadow in Historic. The Historic Anthology was recently released, and in it is this card, Death's Shadow, a 1 black for a 13/13, but wait, there's more! It gets -X, where X is your life total. People who have played a lot of older formats like Modern know that Death's Shadow can be very powerful when wielded correctly. When you reduce your life total quickly, you can often play this and have it grow into a very large creature, but the games are difficult. There's a lot of calculation involved, and the Death's Shadow can certainly leave you in a nasty spot where you're dead, but it can also be a very cheap mega threat that can kill the opponent in just a couple of blows. We're going to be trying it today in a shell featuring Dreadhorde Arcanist, Lurrus of the Dream Den, because it's a very cheap card, and just a lot of cheap spells. So Rakdos Arcanist has been a bit popular in Historic for a little while. It's got Kroxa, it's got Young Pyromancer, which makes a 1/1 red elemental whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, and it uses Dreadhorde Arcanist to cast cheap instants or sorceries over and over that really help, like Claim the Firstborn and Citrus Supplier. No, that fills the graveyard. Thoughtseize, that's a big one. Thoughtseize, of course, target opponent reveals their hand, choose a non-land. They discard it, you lose 2 life. That actually makes your Death Shadow bigger and takes their way to kill the Death Shadow. So it's the Shadow's BFF. Village Rites can sacrifice both your creatures, the opponent's creatures if you claim them, or the little 1/1s you make with your Young Pyromancer, so that's very good. And Fatal Push is a solid removal spell that is in Historic that we don't quite have. It's a little bit better than the typical Blood Chief's Thirst. Also, I have some spells here, Heartless Act and Abrade, for those cases where you have to destroy a Grafdigger's Cage, or you need to kill a larger creature like a Questing Beast, something of that nature, an Elder Gargaroth. And those are a little harder to flash back with Dreadhorde Arcanist, but don't forget, we have this card lurking in Historic. Claim to Fame. For 1 and a red, target creature gets +2/+0 and haste until end of turn. You can cast that from the graveyard. And the claim side, return target creature card with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So it all comes together. We lose our own life quickly while making some headway on the board. We play Death's Shadow, we attack the opponent with it. If they get rid of it, we can cast Claim, get it back, maybe use Fame to give it haste and punch the opponent really hard. Also, in the mana base, to make sure that our life total is low, we have cards like Agadeem's Awakening and Shatterskull Smashing, lands that cost 3 life, but we also have Kazul's Fury, which lets us sacrifice a creature like Death Shadow to deal that damage to any target. Also great with Claim the Firstborn. So, this is my first try at playing Death's Shadow. It's a pretty hard deck to play if things are to be believed. I've watched it on footage and things like that, but I don't think anything's going to substitute for actually playing it. So, wish me luck as we dive in and let the Death's Shadow nonsense begin. Also, thank you very much. The shirt that was sent to me, another sweet Cobra Kai shirt in kind of a Street Fighter zone. This is again from LK. So LK, thank you very, very much for sending this shirt to me. And let's do it. Let's dive in. Let the Death Shadow nonsense in Historic begin. Historic is known as a land of combos and various nonsense. So especially in Mythic, I'm curious to see what the Historic metagame is like. I mean, this is a controlling hand without any creatures. I don't know if I'm supposed to keep that, but we're on the play and we can answer a lot of things our opponents might do. They have Orzhov's Sleeves, no companion. Let's see what happens here. I think we're supposed to wait on declaring Pathway. We also need to lower our life total, but I don't know if we're supposed to just do this and just lose life this quickly. I don't know. All right, so looks like our opponent's on some kind of warriors. They have the Goblin Gaviler, which we can kill with Fatal Push. The Kurgan War Leader is the first thing they can play that's hard to kill, but we have a Braid. I'm actually going to take the Banishing Light, I think, because they'll hit like our Dreadhorde Arcanist or our first real threat. The Aurelia might be really hard to mess with, but I'm going to make them get there. So this is another new card, Goblin Gavalier. It is a warrior. So that's something. Shadow right off the top, right on time. I guess we do need to lower our life pretty quickly. Maybe we'll let the opponent hit us a few times. That is potentially true. Crazy. All right, so if we take 3, we go down to 13. Then we can play Shadow next turn if the opponent even hits us once. So we actually want to take a hit. If we're going to play this next turn, we don't have to play it this turn, but our Shadow could be bigger if we draw another land. This is hard to do. Like, I'm not messing with you guys. I'm not just stalling to explain it. I need to think about this one. Like, managing your life total is so difficult. Once you're below 13, you can play the Shadow, but it's only a 1/1. Opponent gains a life. I also like Shadow a lot more than Scourge of the Skyclaves. So, now that we can play our Shadow, do we want to push this? I think we wait. Push can hit Aurelia after all. Alright. A2. Play Death Shadow. And it's a 3/3. Your turn. How will we continue to reduce our life total? How will we continue to find ways to die? Here comes the War Leader, giving a bonus to the Goblin, but attacks don't look very good. Let's use the Abrade. 3 damage, take out the War Leader. A Fury. So we want the opponent to play the Aurelia and hit us with it, but then we need a way to Fatal Push it in the future. And I think we're going to need this. So let's attack our opponent. Let's continue to make some mana. I think more black is just fine. We have double red for things like Kroxa, Fury, and Claim. Let's buy the Lurrus. And let's end the turn. We've got the Fatal Push here. But I do want this to hit me. I need a larger Death Shadow, and then I need a way to get Revolt so I can take out Aurelia with the Fatal Push. So how am I going to get Revolt? I need something to die. Maybe we'll end up Furying the opponent's face. Here she comes. Now remember, every hit that they put on me grows the Death Shadow. They're going in. All right, up to a 6. We needed a way to like drain our own life right there. Would have been awesome. All right, so deliver the hit. Now we can do all this at instant speed. Maybe I should, because if the opponent isn't going to lethal me, they're at 12. Can I get this to a 12-12? If we end up at 1, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ends up at 2. I guess I should see what they do. Because we can still claim to fame with haste next turn. Let's see what they do. If there's something lethal, they'll probably go for it. Flying, you may pay 1 and white, exile a creature card. Okay, you have a 3/2. It's not very scary. Where do you put that bonus? You put it there. That's 4, 5, 6. All right, they need 1 more damage. Let's see if they can find it, or if we just get to fling them to death. $12-12. Confirmed. Okay. Now the only thing is if they have some kind of a burn spell in response. So we're going to take our draw step. I don't see it. What about a way to gain life? We could cast Fame from our graveyard. I don't think so. We can attack and see what they do. There's nothing wrong with that. I know we have lethal. I'm just making sure that they don't have some kind of an instant speed response to mess it up. Right on the edge in my first game playing this deck. How exciting. Okay, Sigrid God-favored. In response, your face. Pew! Perfect. Oh, that's perfect. Wow, 0% Mythic. Yeah, baby. Oh, the servers are great today. Ooh. Tapland. I guess Tapland Pyromancer. Then we have Tower with 2 claims. We'll keep it. I was scared at first, but with the Tower, it's actually very interesting because of Claim Tower. Forest. Elf. Okay, that's probably just a push, right? I mean, if I claim it, I can sack it for double black, but I can't do anything with it because of the way that my mana works out, so... We could also just get the Pyro down and let them have a 3-drop, because claiming that is awesome. And then we get a 1/1, so let's go. Let's set up our Pyro. And then we can push it next turn with the mana we make from the tower. But I don't have a way to pay life. I have the Shadow, but my life total is healthy. No! Oh god, I hate being thought seized. I love thought seizing and hate being thought seized. Okay, they took push. I don't know if that matters. Seems okay. We got 2 little L's and a Sentinel. Well, there's a way to pay some life. So what's the play? We can get Lurrus this turn by getting our claim on. If we claim this, we can tap the 1/1. We don't need to attack. Yeah, this is a 1/2. Okay, hold on. So we can do this. We leave ourselves with no removal whatsoever if we go too aggressive here. What can I say? Alright, red. Oh, we can't sacrifice 2 things. See? Alright, so we're going to sacrifice this to the tower. The opponent wants to block the Pyro, so we're not going to do that. We can make a mana. And then, okay. First time playing the deck, remember? It's freaking hard. Give me a break. I don't want to trade my Pyro for just any elf. I guess if I traded the Pyro, I could get it back with Lurrus. Yeah, maybe I should have offered that. Should have offered that. They play a War Master. I can make a lot of little tokens. We're also on the token train. Where's my Dreadhorde Arcanist? Where's my claim to fame? Those would be nice cards to have. Agadeems is also interesting. It can get back like the Pyro and the Lurrus if something were to happen to them, and the Death Shadow, if we cared. We need a lower life total for that to work. Wow. I mean, did you really have to think about that? That seems amazing. That seems absolutely amazing. I mean, what am I supposed to do now? They are low on land. Should I take their land out from under them? Probably. So we're going to sacrifice that eventually. Do we want to attack with it first? 1, 2, 3. That plays Lurrus right there, and then we can also recast the Pyro. At least we kill a token. It's something. No, they're going to take it. Okay. Here's Lurry. Claim with nothing to get back. Lurry with nothing in the graveyard. We can pay 3 life for the Agadeems, or we can hold it, because we might need to get Lurry back, but we have Claim. I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do there. I'm just going to hold it. A lot to play out here. The opponent probably has some kind of an Elf Lord now, but if they trade it with the Lurrus, we can buy Lurrus back if we hit enough mana. This is tough. There we go. Are you going to attack me? Because I'll take it. I've got some Death Shadow action getting ready here. Do it. Let's go. All right. That gets our shadow in range. There's another land. I guess I need to be ready to block with this too. This can make a ton of mana, so these get +2/+2 in Death Touch. That is disgusting. I could attack with the Lurrus, trade it, then I can't get it back. I could attack with the Pyromancer, but then it can't block. I really do need something here to die. I guess I can sack it for mana and claim it back. It's not that great. What if I do sacrifice this, claim it back to make a 1/1? Like this. And then we go Fame right here. Offer you the Lurrus, but we gain 5. You take that block, we awaken it back next turn, along with the rest of the family. Oh no, we killed our own shadow. No! I forgot to math it in the other direction. That's a shame. That's a shame death. That's a shame death. Just pure shame. I could block. Okay, fine, I'll block. I don't want to. I think I should just die a hideous death for that and never be allowed back into the arena. I didn't save a creature. All right, it looks like I blew it. Because I was supposed to save a creature to use the Awakening, which I didn't. And yeah, that's that. I should never be allowed to touch magic cards. Oh, God, terrible. So I haven't Thoughtseized anybody, and I'm getting grumpy about it. I also haven't played Stitcher's Supplier. I haven't Croxed. My draws have been really lopsided. And I have an Arcanist. So, like most of my deck, I have not used 2 games in. So, here in game number 3, got a new philosophy. We're gonna play our cards. So, I don't have a Shadow, so I'm actually going to play this tapped, because I think just taking 3 for nothing isn't the point. More elves? Jeez, everybody's got this elf. Let's go ahead and Shock and Arcanist. Because if our opponent plays a creature, I guess we can Heartless Act it. And then we have a Fame, which can recast the Heartless Act in the future. Journey to Eternity. Man. So this says, when an enchanted creature dies, return to the battlefield under your control. Then return Journey of Eternity to the battle transformed under your control. Fun. Pretty wrecked, right? That's pretty bad. Let's play... We can either play other Arcanists or buy Lurrus. I don't have anything really to do with my mana now. So we'll buy the Lurrus. Get the opponent for a point. And try to figure out how to manage this garbage. Okay, they Chupa'd me. So their Journey to Eternity deck, as soon as they have this in the graveyard, we're in big trouble. But we can claim back our Arcanist. Let's Thoughtseize our opponent. Another one of these, a Varigoth and a Fiend Artisan. I don't know. I have a lot of ways to get things back. As long as I don't expose the Lurrus, the Chupacabras aren't going to do too much. The Fiend Artisan, though, lets them sacrifice and dig through their deck, but I have a Heartless Act for it. The Varigoth is the most expensive that they can play, and I can Heartless Act it. Let's take the Artisan. Now remember, once they do the thing, let's go ahead and claim this back. Or no, crap. We don't have the right mana for a Village Rites here. So if we play this and they kill it, We play Lurrus, I guess? Okay. Ugh. Don't have the right mana for Village Rites because of this stupid card. Black mana is important. Okay, they just went in Varagothed, so we're gonna Heartless Act the Varagothed. We have the Thoughtseize that we can get back and take something. The blocks are a bit ugly, aren't they? But I guess we can let this die. I guess we can see if they'll block with that, right? We can see how they block though. Vorinclex. I guess I'm pretty happy if they play that. Although the 6 damage is a lot. They might block with the elf here to flip. Okay. We could sacrifice it so that they don't get the flip, which I actually think is pretty good. Get a little deeper in the deck. Now we claim, get back an Arcanist. We do have a swamp, so this is untapped next turn. We say go, we have Heartless Act. When this attacks, it gets to boast, so let's see if they do that or if they slam a Vorinclex. If they slam a Vorinclex, we'll get rid of that. Okay, they try to go to combat. No fetchies. How are we going to get through this? How are we going to deal them damage? Yeah, it's easy block for the 1/3. Double Journey. I don't know how I win. Multiple Death Shadows, maybe? I guess if they get aggressive, that's fine. Oh, that's legendary. Ha ha ha. Sorry, very childish laugh. We have a Village Rites we can flash back. I guess that's the plan. There's a Fury. Still no Death Shadow. And our opponent has Vorinclex, just waiting to put us at 6. Our plan if they play Vorinclex is to attack with an Arcanist with Fame and bring back Heartless Act. And Lurrus can gain life in theory, but getting into combat means we have to give the opponent a journey, which is really bad. Gosh, this is hard. Let's go. Let's go, Nightmare Kitty. You have to dig me out of whatever the heck trap I've gotten myself into. There's the land. Here comes Vori. At least it taps the elf. Down to 6. Now our shadows are very much alive, but we don't draw one, do we? That would be too easy. Fame. All right, how do I push out this Chupa? I'm going to cast the Heartless Act. If I play this and then sacrifice it to Village Rites, I'm still a mana short. So if I claim it instead and sacrifice it to Village Rites, I can push the Chupa. Also might hit our land. Okay, we do. Good. Good, good, good. Push, push. Chupa dupa. Now that we have Revolt, that works. Heartless Act. Kill the Vorinclex. We still have a Village Rites. And we still have a card to play from Graveyard this turn, but I don't have anything to play, and nothing to Thoughtseize, so I'm done. I don't know what the heck oh my goodness. What a draw. Okay. Goodbye, Chupa. Goodbye, Lurrus, of course. More cards, though. And there are 4 Agadeem's Awakenings in the deck, along with 4 Death Shadows. With 39 cards to go, another push. What's down there? We can draw more cards with Village Rites. I guess that's... No. Oh, gosh, server issues. Come on now, I'm in a tense battle. Don't need no server issues here. Alright, I don't like giving up my Arcanist, but we also can't have the journey going off. So I've got to do this again. Token, draw 2. We'll draw something someday, guys. Might take a while. Like, my hand is loaded and I can't do nothing. I can't draw Claim either. And we've drawn so many cards. Am I gonna pay 7 for a castle? Could happen. It could definitely happen at this rate. This does say enchant creature you control. What that means is if I find a claim and steal this, the journey falls off. That's a card. Okay. I want to push this, but I need 2 creatures to block. I guess I can just block with 1. If I abrade this now, we don't get Revolt. All right, there's Revolt. Push, push. All right, come on, claim. Let's also work on emptying our hand. Awakening. What's down there? There's an Arcanist and there's a Lurrus. Pretty good. We still don't want to give the opponent any way to trade here. All right, squad is assembled. Arcanists can cast Village Rites, so we can keep digging through the deck and try to find the right cards. We have 3 claims that would solve this problem. And I don't mean claim to fame, I mean claim the firstborn, if anybody is missing that fact. Maybe I need an exile effect. Where's my Spikefield Hazard? I had one in the pre-build. If one of these Furies, yeah, one of these Furies was a hazard before, imagine how different this game would be. Another land. Okay. Well, we can attack with both and sacrifice the one that is blocked. No, that's not how that works. I can sacrifice one with a Fury. 1 damage to face. They can only block one thing. I should attack with everything. All right, let's play Village Rites. And we can play a Fatal Push. I don't want to, so I'm just going to target Village Rites twice and sacrifice this token here. Still no claim. Blocks the Lurrus. Don't block the Lurrus. Thank you. I didn't want to sack my Lurrus. I really didn't want to sack my Lurrus. Opponent goes to 4. That's just lethal, right? Because we can Fame the Lurrus. And we can Fury the face. I had a feeling there was a lethal in there. There you go. Holy crap, we navigated that. That was a tough game. Ah, Death Shadow. That's in our deck. Yes, yes, yes. Good, good. Nothing to do on turn 1 other than throw a Death Shadow into the bin. This actually isn't that great of a hand, but we'll try it. We're gonna throw a Pyromancer on the battlefield on turn 2. Guess we can just play this tapped. Not give anything away. Rather than shock and do nothing. And have it like hold priority and the opponent will be like, oh, they're Death Shadow. Maybe we make them think about it for a turn or two before we give it all away. Here comes a Pyro. Okay, is just elves like the historic thing? They're ranked number 125, so it can't be bad, but it's a lot of it, you know? There's a lot of that going on. I don't think I pay life then. I guess I could attack and see what they do. You got me. You got me. Hopefully we draw more spells. But if we do draw land, we can Arcanist and Fame it, but we don't have any other spells in the graveyard. So, not much going on. We are at 15. We only need to lose another 2 life, and then we can start shadowing. 3 life. So attack me, I dare you. But our opponent's right into the elf land. We have no removal spells. Not good. Not good at all. I'd feel a lot better if I knew much about how this version of elves works. Oh, come on. Can we not? Well, we're dead. I mean, we just can't do anything. We can play this and say go, and then we lose, right? Draw no removal spells. Get elfed. We just drew all creatures this game. So, I mean, I guess the deck does that sometimes. Village Rites seems like such a key card. I mean, it's a draw spell. That shouldn't be too surprising, but seems absolutely overwhelmingly necessary. We also didn't draw any claims, so I'm really just kind of tripping on how bad the draws can be. Yeah, that's... You got it. I don't want to play. I don't want to play in a world without removal. Well, I increased the removal count by like 1 million, so just, you know, more claims, more pushes, because I never seem to have them. And we'll see how that turns out. Also with like Stitcher's Supplier, this is a card I just never draw, so I don't know how many of those to run. It seems like a good glue card, but it seems really bad if I don't draw something for it, something to go with it. Do we play Supplier first and hold Thoughtseize? I guess we can hold Thoughtseize till after we land the Pyromancer. I don't know, I've never drawn Stitcher's Supplier. Let's try it. Let's get some graveyard value. This is my 6th game, and this is my first Stitcher supplying experience. Let's get this down. Our opponent, watch, they won't be a creature deck now that we have all that removal in our deck. Okay, down to 17, Wall of Blossoms. Gross. And we have no Dreadhorde Arcanist. We have no sacrifice card. How are we supposed to play Magic? Wow. I guess I'll take your Stormcaller. Make you fidget around for a minute. You have to have a creature. So we'll play this on black and be as aggressive as we can be because they're the Neoform combo deck. They're capable of winning all in one turn with the right draw. I have heard Historic described as Thoughtseize the format. I agree. Like, nothing else really matters, I don't think. Okay. I don't think they can just go off next turn unless they had a perfect series of draws. So let's try to keep the pressure really high. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, and they're at 14. I could claim this, but I'm gonna wait. They might have like another wall of blossoms, because this does threaten a lethal attack with claim stealing their creature, and we know they have a spell pierce. Perilous Voyage. Okay, we can claim that to give it haste. Is that enough damage? No, actually we don't have enough. We need to draw a point of damage. Does that do it? Oh, we can get back Thoughtseize. So we play our Arcanist, we play claim on it. We play the Pyromancer first. Pyromancer, Arcanist, claim the Arcanist, attack, use the Thoughtseize. Make sure they can't kill us, win. Wow, that's a hand. No removal. Also, I can't play Stitcher's Supplier and then sack it to Village Rites because this produces red. 2 shadows. I guess if our life total gets low, we have some mega blockers. I mean, I don't know. No removal on the draw seems so bad. Okay, we have a Thoughtseize now, so the hand looks amazing. What do we keep? What do we put away? I don't have any sack outlets here for claim, so I'm going to put it away. Maybe I'm supposed to put away Shadow because it's slow. Why are you showing? Didn't tell you to show. I keep on drawing shadows I can't cast, but I think we'll get there really fast with this Thoughtseize plan. Collected Company, Youthful Valkyrie, Skyclave Apparition, Toski. I'm just going to take the Company. Maybe I'm supposed to take the Apparition, but if they play it and we have nothing on board, who cares? Next turn we can Shadow, though. Actually, that's insane. Yeah, next turn we can just Shadow. Or we can Abrade an Arcanist. They're going to Skyclave App the next turn anyway. We want to make it awkward for them. See what they play. Youthful Valkyrie. What angels do they have? I haven't seen any yet. It's interesting. Probably a Righteous Valkyrie, right? Angel of Vitality on the stack. That's too bad. They drew another card to play, so that their Skyclave Apparition is better. We haven't drawn a Village Rites yet. Let's see. Can go with this, and then they have to spend their turn on an Apparition, and we'll see how they feel about it. All the damage they deal to me makes the shadow bigger. So they're probably going to play App on the Arcanist, because everybody knows that card. And they don't want to get Thoughtseized again. They could also just play Toski. They're thinking about it. If the Arcanist lives, we can use Fame to attack and cast Abrade. That could be good. It does depend what they do. They're really thinking about playing Toski, I think. I mean, the greed and the target. They go straight for the shadow. That's pretty lucky for us. All right, do we want to kill the angel? Ooh, we drew a Heartless Act. I mean, we're at 10, so this is how big? And there's a Thoughtseize down there? Nice. Okay. We can destroy this and attack, or we can just wait and see what the opponent does. I think I like that the best. There's also a Righteous Valkyrie, which on its own doesn't do anything when it enters the battlefield. Toski's much nastier. 5/5 Death Shadow. We do have to watch out for these flyers. It's gonna cause trouble. I think opponent's gonna take this, and they do. Here comes the righteous one. Now, whenever it enters the battlefield, you gain life. And this says if you would gain life, you gain more. So this can get killed by a Braid, which is in our graveyard. So I think we want to Heartless Act the Valkyrie. Not to mention, if they attack me here, it does make Death Shadow bigger. They've got to think about it. Whoa. Why? They got excited. Okay. I'll take a token. Okay, I don't have a creature in the graveyard, so we're just going to do... Oh, I can't cast this? I need something to be dead in order to cast it, otherwise I can't put it in my graveyard? Oh, that sucks. I thought I could. I thought I could just fame it up, but I can't. So how do I get something dead? So, the opponent is not dead on board, but if they attack me, they are. So they probably won't attack me. No, come on. Oh, that's what you get. That's what you get. Oh, we could make this so big, but then the opponent just jumps it. This is still a 3-point attack the other way. This can get triple block. You know, if it dies, though, we're pretty happy. This is kind of a throwaway, and we might need it. Down with the Soul Warden. Out comes the Lurry. Let's go, little guy. Let's go. Resplendo Angel. All right, and we're having a staring match. I have nothing in my graveyard to get back. They won't kill my stuff. We can deal 2 damage to ourselves. We can make this Death Shadow big enough. I don't know. Right now we're not dead on the way back. There is this ability, but they need to draw land to use it. I do want these in my graveyard, so I want this to die. I don't want to gain life, do I? Don't think so. Opponent is a top deck land away. Maybe I am supposed to gain life there. I'm dodging an untapped land. I'm insane. The opponent might just take this hit. It doesn't threaten lethal, but maybe they're scared that I'm going to reduce my life total on my own speed at my own terms and just win the game. They're patrolling my graveyard. As you do, they take the hit. All right, untapped land. God, these games are weird. Every life total, every bit of the life total matters. Righteous Valkyrie doesn't gain life. They're at 2 life. They can attack me to 1. That's not it. Oh my goodness. What am I doing? All right. I'm just attacking with everything, right? I still can't cast this. If I cast this, I go a little bit lower. If the Death Shadow dies, we get it back. The opponent with some funky blocks. They could have definitely saved something there. But Lurrus dies. We get to finally, at long last... Do we keep this a secret? They might draw something to kill something else. Probably not, though. They're at 1. I want to use my mana. Come on. Your third one. Your third one. Really? Your third one off the top. Hits a Skyclave apparition. We still can't do anything. They're at 1, guys. They're at 1. They say go. We have an Agadeem's Awakening that doesn't do it. I'm dying here. All right. We can definitely flash back a removal spell, though. And this has Trample. So they have to double block it. Oh, no. We just kill one, and then they single block it, and then they eat the token. That's no good. Three damage to you. So now they have to block this with this. So we get both of the Resplendent Angels off so that they can't give it the boost in the lifelink. But we get rid of both of them. Well, it gives us an option of the apparition, but I refuse. Not interested. Let's hold it. We don't want our opponent to top deck another apparition and exile it. What a silly game. I haven't drawn like Claim the Firstborn or Village Rites in so long. That was a big draw. They attack. I will take the damage. They left themselves dead to the 1/1. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go, Illusion. Where's my rank? I get no rank now? No rank? Did we even rank up? Hello? Hello, Arena? We ranked up. Life's okay. And we are back for the post-game wrap. And this is the deck where I finished with it, which will be the one that is linked. So if you downloaded the deck right away, compared it to the first list, you'll notice differences. That's because this is the final version. And I did end up adding a Spikefield Hazard after game 1, or after the game where I had the 2 Furies, and I really wish I had a Hazard, but I never drew it. I replaced, I think it was just a Dragon Skull Summit with the Hazard, because drawing multiples of these was pretty bad. And the other replacements, I went up to 4 Fatal Push, even though it seemed like I never drew them anyway, and I went up to 4 Claim the Firstborn. Like, I don't know, something in the water today. Every draw was like awkward and strange. Maybe I'm just used to drawing. What's this? Why did this just pop up now? Go away. Anyway, 4 Thought Seizes is a must. The Stitcher's Supplier I'm not sure about. The Death Shadow, I seem to always have them in the opener, but when you can get your life total low enough to play this on like 3, you're doing pretty good. Maybe I'm supposed to have more smashings. So there's a lot with the deck I'm trying to figure out. The Young Pyromancer is good. Arcanist is great. Kroxa, never even drew it in like 7 or 8 games with graveyard effects. Never got there. Claim the Fame has the potential to be very awkward, I have learned, and you have to find sneaky ways to get your cards in the graveyard and to claim them back to unlock Fame, because sometimes you need that to push damage. The Heartless Axe and the Abrades were very helpful. There were definitely spots where I needed one of these more than other things, so I recommend keeping them. And Lurrus, of course, always the MVP. So yeah, if you want to craft some Death Shadow and you want to play it, this, I think, is a sweet way to do it, and I hope you'll check it out. Did you enjoy the historic content? Leave me a comment. Let me know. Should I do more of it? Competitive, high-ranked, best-of-1 historic. Pretty crazy. Anyway, let me know what you think. A lot of it comes down to whether or not I have time, but your opinions do matter on the subject. So thank you for watching this video. Remember to like, remember to subscribe. As always, I will see you in the next video. You are cool.